After last week's market sell-off with Bitcoin retesting its previous all-time high and altcoins dumping, what coins are the best looking to get into for market rebound? In today's video, we're going to share 5 coins we think are best positioned for a comeback. This is your Altcoin Buzz news. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when I drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, not financial advice, and wish the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Alright, good morning guys. So last week Bitcoin had a bit of a sell-off, so did stocks as well, and we came down and we actually retested our previous all-time high around $112,000, and we bounced a bit on Sunday yesterday, and I do believe we will have a market rebound this week. And so what altcoins should we be looking at for that market rebound? First off, we have actually in the mainstream news, we have XRP is the smartest cryptocurrency to buy with $500 right now. So XRP starting off. We also have CryptoRS saying Ripple goes banking. Ripple just applied for a national trust bank charter with the US government. They want to offer custody, settlement, and issuance services for tokenized assets under a federal framework. If approved, Ripple could become the backbone for regulated crypto finance in the US. We also have a Ripple Queen saying $10,000 per XRP is already locked in. They don't want you to believe it, but the math doesn't lie. The supply is limited, the utility is unmatched, and the world is catching up fast. Regulatory clarity is falling into place. Massive adoption is no longer a dream, it's a countdown. Banks plus institutions equals quiet accumulation. What happens next? A massive XRP supply shock. You'll either be in before the rocket or watch from the sidelines as it hits 10K plus. Do you believe? I actually don't believe $10,000 is happening anytime soon, but it doesn't mean that we can't go much higher. I mean, XRP is sitting around $3 right now. That doesn't mean we can't go to $6 to $10 this cycle, but $10,000, I think that's going to lead a lot of people to the slaughterhouse as they're waiting for $10,000 in the near term. We also have Donald Trump has just confirmed XRP as a reserve currency by filing an XRP ETF with the SEC for Truth Social. XRP will pump hard. And at the same time, we had XRP positioned for strategic reserve with payments in Wellgistics Health SEC filing. So if you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, this huge NASDAQ-listed company, Wellgistics Health, unveiled their XRP strategy in an SEC filing with a dual focus on reserve and payments. So they don't just want to hold XRP, they actually want to use the XRP ledger in their entire business operations. So they said we intend to adopt XRP as a treasury reserve asset on an ongoing basis, subject to market conditions and our anticipated cash needs. They view XRP as a means to enhance financial flexibility and improve transaction efficiency across its healthcare distribution and technology network. So the XRP ledger being integrated into a huge healthcare distribution and technology network is massive. The company further detailed how it plans to accumulate XRP. They said our strategy includes acquiring and holding XRP using cash flows that exceed working capital requirements, and from time to time, subject to market conditions, issuing equity or debt securities, or engaging in other capital raising transactions with the objective of using the proceeds to purchase XRP. We expect they will continue to accumulate XRP after adopting it as our primary treasury reserve asset. So huge things for XRP. And so that is the first coin. Now moving on to the second coin today, we have a SAY. So we have Ronan saying why SAY can grow 10x in 2025. A quick math. First is TVL. ETH plus ARB has $80 billion in TVL, and SAY has 550 million TVL. 2. New wallets. ETH and ARB have 260,000 new wallets daily. ETH has almost 500,000 daily and keeps growing. 3 is the market cap. The main competitor, Sui, has a $12 billion market cap, and SAY only has 1.6 billion. Last time I was so bullish on Solana at $9.20 where I bought it. All fundamentals show that SAY is still undervalued, and huge metric growth can only lead to tokens growth, so I keep accumulating SAY while market dumps. And Rizuki says SAY recorded $73 billion transaction volume in July month alone. SAY now surpasses Aptos, Avalanche, Polygon, Mantle, Sonic, OP Mainnet, Katana, Hyper EVM, Ton, Stellar, CeeLo, and Kaya. The real momentum is building on SAY. Then we have Damai DeFi saying SAY Network recently posted a monthly DEX volume all-time high of 1.53 billion in July. The daily transactions crossed 1.5 million, and they've been growing consistently over a year. SAY has a strong catalyst lately, the Wyoming stablecoin, ETF narrative, and EVM V2. This one could easily fly higher in 2025, and you can see here the transaction count is just steadily growing up on SAY, and we still have yet to see that huge, massive boom. We also have Rizuki saying SAY new daily wallets made a new all-time high of 494,000 users. It's higher than Ethereum, Avalanche, and Arbitrum. The cycle belongs to SAY. And lastly for SAY, we're not telling saying new gem alert, I'm buying SAY. One of the biggest SAY investors is Circle themselves. As you know it, the Genius Act just passed, so I'm seeing Circle's entire on-chain ecosystem exploding, but SAY in particular is seeing a ton of adoption this year. In 2025 alone, SAY TVL has grown more than 188% from 208 million at the end of 2024 to over 600 million plus currently. But here's the thing, this adoption and TVL growth is only getting started. Number 2, SAY flipped ETH, SUI, and ARB in transactions as weekly transactions hit 36.7 million on the SAY network. Building up point number one, Say is seeing incredible adoption as a crypto OG. Once ETH starts gaining momentum again, EVM-compatible blockchains start pumping and outperforming, which is why Say has been on a tear. The alt season is coming, and if you're a crypto OG, you know gaming is going to pump, and guess what? Say is the number one gaming chain currently by unique active wallets, which means people are actively using Say. And DEX volume on Say is skyrocketing at $54 million in a day and $1.23 billion in a month. Smart money is accumulating this heavily. And for the third token, we have Paul Barron saying, Justin, White House crypto report shows Hedera as an American crypto asset in the report. Major bullish catalyst driving HBAR's momentum is their Robinhood US listing for 25 million plus retail investors now have access to. The 12% surge on listing day became a top performer in the top 20 cryptos. Grayscale added HBAR to smart contract platform fund for 5.8% allocation. The Kraken listing followed institutional demand and HBAR ETF speculation with a 90% approval odds. While the White House crypto report focused on a broader regulatory framework, HBAR is positioning itself as the enterprise blockchain choice with Google, IBM, and Boeing on its governing council. And HBAR has also recently exceeded $470 million in volume, and we also have Samsung to integrate HBAR Hedera into the new Galaxy devices. This is a rumor that could be massive if true. So if HBAR is integrated into Galaxy devices, that's going to be huge. We also have HBAR holders. Are you paying attention? BlackRock, Fidelity, and State Street just minted tokens on Hedera. Real names, real assets, and real tokenization. This isn't speculation. This is rolled finance going on chain. This could be the start of the RWA supercycle. So big companies minting tokens on Hedera. Altcoins are up from the April lows, but mostly non-trending. And people are getting antsy for when the alt season will finally start. Sui is one of the select few who are at the heart of the growth in the current cycle. And it's quickly becoming one of the leading alts in the market and is up over 200% in the last 12 months. So let's check out why. Sui is killing it in all the big sectors it supports, like DeFi, where Sui nearly crossed $2 billion in TVL and is almost at $1.5 billion in record time. Sui has some of the fastest stablecoin growth of any chain, so people are using it for real transactions. Walrus is changing the game in decentralized data storage. Its token launch was a big hit, while Seal and Nautilus make things more secure and private. The Sui Play OX1 is coming in September and is now officially sold out with 10,000 pre-orders. Sui even has a small but growing meme coin market for meme coin lovers. If you haven't used Sui lately, then come give it a try and follow Sui's X account for all the latest updates linked down below. And then for the fourth coin, we have Solana ETF eligibility approval by September 17th under SIBO's proposed listing requirements. So originally we thought because Solana Spot ETF got delayed to October, that would be the earliest, but potentially with the SIBO's new listing requirements, it could happen even in September, which is just a month away. We also have Solana Floor saying Justin, the first ever Solana staking ETF, SSK, ended its debut day with $33 million in volume and $12 million in inflows, per the REC shares. It outperformed Solana and XRP futures ETFs, but trailed Bitcoin and Ether spot ETFs. So it seems there is demand for Solana, especially a Solana staking ETF. But if we get that Solana spot ETF, I think things are going to boom for Solana. We also have CoinBureau saying Solana breaks tokenized stock record. In just a month after launch, Solana has processed $293 million in tokenized stock volume, more than every other chain has done in all of 2025. Wall Street is going on chain and Solana is leading the way. So that is the number 4 token, which should have a nice rebound in the coming week or two. And for the last coin today, we have Pengu. So Pudgy Penguins tops whales inflow in the last 24 hours, according to Sunflow. So Pengu is seeing the most amount of whale transaction inflows over the past day. And we also have a breaking. Pengu is currently the most traded asset across the entire crypto market. The spotlight is officially on. So we have Pengu here with the most amount of volume coming through. And also we have Rain saying the Pengu chart is looking strong. We're seeing another breakout in progress. Still, Pudgy Penguins haven't even made the huge announcement yet, the one that's supposedly even bigger than Fortnite. Just imagine when Pudgy Penguins finally reveals all these partnerships and the ETF, where we could go from here. It's entirely possible that the price surpasses $1. And in the long run, if you hold Pengu for 10 years, just imagine how far it could go. We also have Pudgy Penguins recently saying Pudgy Party, our competitive multiplayer game, is launching soon on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So we have a Pudgy Penguins game coming out. So it is not just a meme coin, even though it isn't an animal coin and it's kind of under the animal meme coins. It's so much more with actually even an ETF coming soon. So we have Nathan saying Pudgy Penguins plus a Pengu ETF. Are we about to see the moon? Canary Capital filed the Canary Pengu ETF earlier this year, which the SEC has acknowledged last week. The ETF comprises of roughly 90% Pengu tokens and 10% Pudgy Penguin NFTs. Subject to amendments, it could be approved as soon as August 23rd. This would be the first ETF to include NFTs, which would be extremely bullish for the entire Pudgy Penguins ecosystem. So that is the last coin that we think could have a nice rebound this week if Bitcoin wants to hold up. So Bitcoin did retest its previous all-time high here around $112,000. And if we are going to see a rebound this week on Bitcoin and stocks, I do think these 5 altcoins will see a nice bounce this week as well. So that is the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow.